Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
Ready for takeoff in 3, 2, 1, go!
Everything looks so pretty up here. We're in orbit.
Gear looks green, ready to land.
Dad, have you ever tried Aurora?
Well? Yeah, Not in a long time, sweetheart. Not since you were born.
What was it like?
Terrible. It was terrible.
You're handling this whole
Stay away
captain
from this
thing really well, you
Trust
know.
me. It's the worst.
Always a pleasure. Back, eh? How's it going? As far as I'm concerned, things couldn't get any better between us. What are you trying to tell me? Oh. I see. I suppose I was foolish to assume this would last forever. But if ending what we have and remaining good friends is what you want, I respect your decision. Yep, here you go. Not at all. Absolutely. Sona is clever, and she's proven that she can tackle anything life throws in her path. You can rest assured that she will get the best education and care that Constellation can possibly provide. You know, Sona and I share an interesting bond. We both survived on that inhospitable world, and it drastically altered our lives. Most importantly, though, I'm certain we're both stronger after the experience. There was a particular someone back in my days with the UC Navy. We actually became quite close at first. But as I rose in rank, I became more interested in my career than what she needed from me. I let her drift away. By the time I realized what was happening, it was too late. She requested a transfer, and I lost touch. Anyway, I've dated other men and women at various points in my life, but I'd hardly classify any of them as relationships. As you might have guessed, I tend to concentrate on work and let my personal feelings fall by the wayside. It often drives others away. It was really good talking to you.
Sorry. I was lost in them. Need something? Go ahead and ask. I'll do my best to answer you. I think about it a lot. There's so many possibilities. Some wonderful, some terrifying. I'm not a fearful man, but I am just a man. And I'm keenly aware that this artifact could change my life. Or end it. On Bendy, No, wait. It was Kazal. I can feel Lynn's admonishing stare boring a hole in my back. She's not actually standing behind me, is she? Well, point is, my story's probably a lot like yours. We dug a pit, found some really wonky readings, and followed them to the artifact. I think it's pretty clear now there's a possible correlation between the visions and the powers. Of course, correlation isn't necessarily causation. Once is a fluke, twice is a coincidence, and so forth. But once I get back into academic mode, I'll be writing a paper that will suggest the connection is valid. Obfuscating the identities of the powered, of course, which means we all get code names. Fun, right? Well, when I picked it up, I had no idea what it was. I knew it was something spectacular, though. I saw a vision, flashing lights, the whole shebang. Sure, like what? Let's see. I've been in Constellation for a long time, as you know. I enjoy cheese, my work, and long walks on unexplored planets. What else did you want to know about? Anytime. Right. No worries.
Ahoy, Captain! Have any new books for me? Bye!
A credit for your thoughts, as they say. You do not need to ask me if you may ask. You may just ask. I am not surprised you have questions. You know, of course, of our tumultuous history with the people of the settled systems. Few have forgiven the Serpent's crusade. The High Council worries that many would still plot to wipe us out completely. And so we watch. We look for warning signs and we send word back. And it does not help that we are unfortunately still dependent on supplies. Life on the edge of the settled systems is difficult, and no one will formally trade with us. So agents also help oversee deals with smugglers and the operations needed to transport supplies back home. For all that I have seen and experienced, I have never been as afraid as the day Sarah and Vladimir confronted me. But they agreed to keep my secret, and they have held true to their word. That surprised me, but also gave me some amount of comfort. I know that most would not react the same. House Varun is still widely hated in the settled systems, and that sentiment will not change anytime soon. It is, after all, much of the reason I was sent here in the first place. I am human. Of course it bothers me. But I have a mission. And my mission helps preserve the lives and safety of my people. That is more important than my personal feelings. I wish I could say. We allowed Tomisar to live, but he may well defame me before the High Council in an effort to save himself. I will have to make sure that what we discovered reaches the High Council. I do not know how. But that is for me to do on my own. You might as well just ask me to explain the universe. Here is what I can tell you. The Great Serpent revealed himself to Jinan Barun decades ago. He explained that it was he who had created this galaxy and breathed life into it. And while he had slumbered after his creation, he would return soon. And when he did, those who had served him in his stead would be rewarded, while the rest were cast into shadow. And so, for generations, we have prepared for his return. It is not for the faint of heart, I assure you. To know what the future will bring, what will be not just your fate, but that of all those around you. And yet to have no choice but to keep that to yourself. It is a challenge. But as I have told you, it also fills me with purpose. And that purpose is what guides me and drives me. No, thank you. It is good to be able to discuss this with someone. I enjoy the conversation.
We are still good friends. Are we not? Has something changed?
What do you mean? I see. I wondered when we might have this conversation. I admit this is a surprise. I did not quite realize you felt this way about me. But if you mean it, my feelings are not so different from yours. We must be clear on one thing from the very beginning. I do not share. If you are mine, then you are mine alone. No one else will come between us. If that is not a commitment you are willing to make, I understand, but I will not compromise. Then truly nothing can stop us. We will be a force to be reckoned with. You have brought a joy to my life that I could not have imagined, and could never have expected. With you at my side, love, I look forward to everything that comes next.
Let's put this bird into space.
Apogee complete. We're in orbit. Imagine how Solomon must have felt.
daring voyage in the oceans of space brings us here. Landing gear is ready. Sight is clear.
Another planet without native life. All we need to concern ourselves with then is other visitors.
Engines purring. Let's do this.
Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
Sure could use your help. We're dead in the water here. I had a good feeling about you. We just need a little. 2 units of ship parts will do. You're a lifesaver. Here, take these for your help.
Integrity looks good.
Never mind. Sorry. Something else. Yes, Captain.
A lot on your mind?
I too prefer custom alterations to the standard issue.
elevated temperature here. Be sure to stay properly hydrated.
I am engaging the enemy. Repair not possible. Opening fire. All systems.
Certainly made sure to bring along plenty of robots. Best not to leave anything useful behind.
was in range. Damage. System failure. Damage.
Any adventure you can fly away from.
Ship's no longer docked. We're free.
I never get tired.
This is Genghis Khan. Know that there are urgent matters on Crucible. If you could see me, I would be grateful.
Good, you have come. Amon-Arenas has sent an ultimatum. Either we meet and resolve things, or she will attack the renegades. Franklin may be allied with her as well. This talk requires your presence. They fear you will set us all free. It is pitiful that they would fight to stay in chains. We are meeting them under truce, which means no bloodshed, no matter how disrespectful they may be. But after we meet, come what may.
Genghis. Outsider.
Speak your mind.
The outsider has been to the facility. He holds the fate of Crucible in his hands. We cannot allow the renegades to leave here and embark on who knows what terror they have in mind. I give you one last chance. Renounce him, and pledge to support the mission. If you support me, instead of this brute, Roosevelt will stand down too. Then the streets will run red.
And Roosevelt? You are not one to start a battle. Always you prattle about peace between us. Where is your peace now? Or is it just honeyed lies you spread for your own purposes?
To you, this isn't just about escaping. You would destroy Crucible too, wouldn't you?
I would free all of you from this prison if I could. And the cleanest way to do so is tear it all down.
Then you cannot be allowed to succeed. There's nothing left to say. If Genghis were willing, under those conditions, I would not take up arms against you.
You would seriously stay here? In this prison, Roosevelt?
This is our home, and if we're allowed, we can make it a worthy place to live.
Then, I swear, I will leave Crucible in your care.
Then the pragmatist will not stand in your way.
I am done with all this negotiating. Prepare yourself, Genghis. The fates will not be kind to you.
It is finally done. All the sly maneuvers and spying on each other. Now all of our dreams are out in the open. We just need to fight to make them real. But right now, they so very much want to kill you. This is self-defense, really. Take out the leaders, and the rest will cave.
Death to the outsider! Death to the renegade! I need some help here!
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Feel that? The fresh breath after victory. There is nothing like it. You have done well. All that remains is to go to the facility and let us leave this pox-ridden world. That was their choice, yes? Not yours. This was a clean victory. Don't bellyache about it. It is time to put an end to this.
Well, Genghis must be pleased. I'm tired of these endless cycles. Well, Genghis must be pleased. I am so tired of these endless cycles. We are not 100% sure, but I have a theory. The facility has been unreliable as long as I've been alive. My guess is that they are historical figures that just didn't get a proper education. Who's to say what Julius Caesar actually looked like? Or some modern person of note that we wouldn't even know about. Whoever they are, though, they are as smart and capable as the ones that know their identity. I guess we're done.
Blood runs in the streets again. I had hoped, however naively, that we were past that. I do not hold you responsible, but your arrival was certainly a lethal catalyst. May I help you? I maintain a steadfast neutrality. You must make your own determination. With frightening regularity, as bad as this was, 3 years ago the streets were full. Until Genghis Khan struck. We've a third of our number since that day. Fewer now. I believe your intentions are pure, but the stakes are ever so high. Perhaps I should have predicted all of this. So your mission to the Beagle was a success? Let me see. It is done. There is a standard cipher used by the facility. It took me many years and, well, lifetimes to overcome. And now, the mysteries of the facility await you. I pray you choose what befalls us wisely.
Do not leave Crucible. Warning delivered.